Well, who put lead in my balloon? That's what I want to know. Because good God, I was not expecting that. Welcome back, Ben. Welcome back, Mark. I'm going to say it before anyone else does, and I mean it with all sincerity. One of the worst worst first halves I've seen all season. There, I've said it.
I don't want to be heavily critical, but I'm going to be. That was fucking shit.
It was awful. It was awful, Mark.
Yeah, it was shit. I think, at the end of the day, does the early kickoff affect it? Because I think half of those players are still asleep. I don't know what Bishop's doing. I don't know what Keenan Bennett's is doing. Every time he gets to that touchline, he just can't cross the ball. I like the kid, but he just can't cross the ball to save his life. It's just been really disappointing. Disappointing goal to give away as well. Norwood had a chance. I thought the chance just before half time as well. It just wasn't quick enough at all. You don't get the ball in the box quick enough for me.
No, I completely agree. If we start with Bennett's, as he's mentioned Bennett's first of all there, Ben, some people are saying his final ball is poor. I would like to get to a final ball. He's tackled by the grass before he even puts a ball in the box.
Yeah, I think every weakness he had has been just exposed there, isn't it? He can get the ball in his feet and run, but that's about it. I actually thought we had an unbelievable first 5 minutes. I thought we were really good until I figured out we were actually playing in the light blue and not the dark blue. So once I switched that opener, then I started to get really worried. Norwood's had his customary one-on-one and missed, so hopefully that's that one for him over and done with. Now we're going to find out how good Cook is. I think Cruncher said it. Hairdryer treatment, because that's the players on there today. That was, I think Gillingham are absolutely up for this, and I don't think we've even got off the coach. I mean, I
don't think Gillingham were anything special. I think that Tucker's having a good game, but other than that, I mean, Jordan Graham's diving more times than Tom Daly, but other than that, that's about it. What else have they got? I don't know what else.
Even Toto is not looking very good today. But our bloody dead balls, our caught that free kick we had on 45 minutes summed up the half. We whack it into their first man, and then it just goes back to the bloody halfway mark. And that has been and that the corner we had, it's hitting their first man. Our dead balls are absolutely appalling today. If this would have been 12 games ago, I don't think any of us would be too surprised because this is how we were playing. It's literally like we've time traveled. Cook, down to you, man. Let's see. Let's get a taste of what we're hopefully going to be looking at for the next few years. It starts right now.
The problem for me, Mark, was that you can't really sort of pick on one because there's been a whole team. Holy's not installed confidence in anybody, which in my mind as a centre half is why NCR and Wilson are a bit panicky because the guy behind him doesn't know if he's coming or going. Too many times in that first half there, you saw him start to come and then stop and then go backwards. And as a defender, if you don't know what's going on behind you, you lose confidence because you just don't know. And Toto and Wilson have been a bit shaky. Bishop and Andre are showing every reason why I was fearful of them as a two-man midfield. Let's look at them for a second, Mark. They've not been in the game. That's the difference. Gillingham's midfield has work rate. Where are Bishop and Dozell?
Yeah, I don't know what, as I said before, I don't know what Bishop's doing, to be perfectly honest. I think there was a run that he made and just literally just fell into the defender. And Dozell, for all his good passing and stuff like that, I think he can be quite weak in the centre as well. And yeah, it's I don't know what they're doing. It's just it doesn't seem to be any sort of identity. But yeah, it's a strange one.
It's weird, isn't it? It's weird. I don't know where it's come from because Dozell's been really good lately.
Wow.
Okay, compared to
I think we've got different definitions of good there. Then
he's been better. No. He's been more present in games. He's a small fella, and I think he's been more present. He's been more commanding. But it's like they're playing against 10 men. Is what it is. They're pressing off the ball. Look at every time we have the ball, there are two players on us within 3 or 4 seconds, and every time they have, the passing today, we're passing it to 30-yard empty spaces. We can't get a 1-2 going.
If you look at the sides today, if you said to me before the game as a neutral, and you said to me, Gillingham have got a new manager and they're 2 points from the playoffs.
Oh, we've lost him.
It doesn't look like they want it enough. It's just I don't know.
He's back. No, you're back. Carry on.
Have you lost? You lost.
No,
me.
you're back.
Yeah.
All right. I was just saying that if you to look at Ipswich and Gillingham today before the game as a neutral, I would have said that Gillingham were the side that were going for the playoffs, 2 points off, and just got a new manager.
Yeah.
Ipswich don't look like they're up for it at all.
Gillingham players look like they're out there to impress a new manager. I'm going to run. I'm going to tackle. I'm going to chase down. I'm going to pass. I'm going to pressure their defenders. They look like the team that's just gone through this transition. And maybe it's the fact that we've all got this sudden hope that this kind of little mini fall is so much more hurtful. Because I thought we were going to come out today, and how good we've been, we actually might be even better. Because we're saying, pick me. You don't know who I am. You haven't watched me. Pick me. I need to be in the next match. But I struggle. I don't know really what to change about it. Maybe we miss Alan Judge and that kind of older head on him. I think we do. I think.
Well, Downs is apparently coming on. I would. That's where I would start. As I'm saying, football.
Yeah.
You're only as good as your midfield. It's the engine room for a reason. And you talked about Ford Fiesta earlier, Ben. This is a car without an engine in that first half because neither midfield player. Dazelle had a key point in that first half where he turned elegantly, and then the pass at the end of it was absolutely dire. And I just thought that sums you up, in my opinion, Andre. You do the hard stuff really well, and then the basic forward pass, you just mentally think it's too easy, so you then mess it up. But there we go. So bringing down on apparently, that's where I would start. Holy for the goal.
Put on Jackson. Take off Harrop, put on Jackson.
You could go 4-4-2. I wouldn't want to put Jackson out wide personally. It's a waste. It's a waste of ability. Holy, did you? What are your thoughts on Holy for the goal? Because I thought at the time he should have either come for the cross or at least got a body part. It wasn't. I thought his positioning was all wrong. Personally, how about you, Mark? I
think he could have done better to actually save the goal, but I think it was more. There was a free guy at the back stick, obviously Tucker, who scored, and Norwood just wasn't marking him whatsoever. So, at the end of the day, if you're going to put a ball in like that, dead ball into their box, and you're not marking your player, then they've got every chance of scoring. All they've got to do is get it on target. So, it comes down to fundamental basics at the end of the day. So it's quite worrying that we've conceded yet another goal very early on. Yeah. It's a big second half ahead, unfortunately.
I want to echo. Who is it? Was it Jason Brown? I think it was Jacob Brown. Holy is tall. He can't get down to anything. I think their players have been told that they're whacking it either side of him, and they're thinking that's a long way to go for a keeper who's 9.5 feet tall. So that's a nice little bit of tactical management. That is. It's like he's not going to be diving to the corner, so and that's where they're shooting. But I'm just. My biggest surprise is Toto. He's looking like that man who's got this gigantic mistake in him, and he's arguably been one of our best players.
Yeah, but that's Toto to a T, though, isn't it? Like we all know he's got that in the locker. You just hope it's not the catastrophic.
Yeah, but we haven't seen that recently. He's been better recently, and everyone's got a screw up in the locker. Norwood's got a one-on-one. I'm going to miss it in the locker, and he's already done that. I'm just whatever we do second half will be down to the manager. This is when we're going to see a little tiny glimpse of how our season may go. And I think he's going to go in there and give them an absolute rocket. Said, you are playing for the shirt. You're playing for your contracts. This could be the start of something big. Now get out there and do everything you didn't do in the first half. Because if you don't, you ain't playing. That would be what I'd be doing.
Well, I would also be concerned. I am concerned, Mark, as a fan, that's how you respond to a new manager. Like every place is up for grabs, and that's your first 45 minutes under a Paul Cook regime. That's a worry because the senior players in that squad were not playing at all in that first half.
No, it was very poor. It's more damning when, as you say, if you've got a new manager coming in, you want to impress, don't you? You want to keep your side, you want to keep your place in the team, and you want to lay a marker down, I suppose, but. Any of those players have not come out in glory as they go into the tunnel and then coming back out. Changes just need to be made, I think. They probably need to get Downs and Edwards on and potentially Jackson. If you do bring Jackson on, you need to go for a 4-4-2, as Mike said earlier. I don't like him out on the wing. Just doesn't do anything for me.
I wouldn't take Harrop off. I think Harrop, surprisingly, has been probably at the central piece of most of the good stuff we've done. He's always looking to get the ball down and shift it quickly into a forward area and look to move, pass and move, and that hurts teams at this level. There's nothing around him. Norwood, there was a key incident in that first half, Ben, where he shoves the player right in front of the referee, and that just sums Norwood up in that first 45. It's like
it's a shame because we've all seen that kind of that better Norwood, the Norwood that we all want to see. He'll have his customary miss, of course, but then he'll nick up with a goal, and there's every chance he could do in the second half. I mean, I think this is one game where we can actually take the manager out of the equation and put this squarely on the players who are on the pitch. And we haven't done that in a long, long, long time. Lambert was always the centre of something going wrong. It's the wrong formation. It's the wrong tactics. It's the wrong substitutions. Today it's the players. It's up to them.
If I speak, I'm in trouble, as Jose once said. Brandon Carter, Mike Brown, you're going to put any blame on Kenlock getting bullied to lose the free kick? I thought Kenlock played all right in that first half, to be fair. Callie, are you mad? Tatum went for a header, was nowhere near the goal scorer. He's another player. Watch it back again. Chris Wardman, Bishop looks lost. Hope Down's come on for him. Need bite in that midfield. Yeah, Danny Allen. In Cook's defence, these players are overrated. How many bad games do they have to play before we start blaming them? We don't defend as a unit and try to create chances. Amazed we won the last few games. I just think Evans, to be fair to him, I don't like Steve Evans, but his tactics in that first half have been spot on. Press, and over and just basically shock and awe. Mark.
It's that good old fashioned football saying, they don't like it up them. And that's exactly what they've come out and done. They're like, oh, we got a new manager, have you? Takeover, have you? All positive, are you? Well, have this. And that's what the first half has been. Yeah,
you've outfought, outrun, out muscled. Are we going to turn this around? What's your gut saying? Who will kick us off?
I think we'll do well to get a draw, to be honest with you. It depends if he brings any subs on and how early they come on. But I would like to see a bit more attack-minded approach. Maybe change the formation if you get Jackson on, as I said before. But yeah, ultimately I'd like to get Downs in a bit of bite in midfield. And Edwards out on the wing for probably Bennett's because he's not done enough for me. But I think, 1-1 potentially. I can't see them scoring another goal as much as they're playing all right. I can't see them scoring another goal. But I think either a draw, maybe another. So maybe 2-1.
Ben, what do you think?
Honestly, I don't know, but I will know within the first 5 minutes. So this is down to Cook now. Down's coming on is going to change it. I actually can't call it. There's too many misnomers about. I love Skip Intro's thing. We will win, believe. I love the belief, and I want to say we're going to nick it, but it's going to take me 5 minutes. My gut.
What's your gut say? Your gut instinct. What's it telling you?
1-1 because it's going to have a reaction because he ain't going to accept that. Cook 1-1.
Okay, I do think we're going to win this game. Something inside me tells me we're going to win this game, and we're going to be sitting back and going, "Well, he changed that game, didn't he? Wow, what a tactical masterpiece and that's why he's now involved." So we'll wait and see. Honest Dave says, "I'm just hoping Cook has been studying our team before he arrived. Our usual suspects are doing their usual today. We can't afford to carry passengers anymore."
Great comment.
Facebook. Yeah, we need to come out second half, guns blazing, and put them under pressure. Yeah, let's go and take the game to them. Do how they played in the first half to them in the second. I hope we win this game because it's a good opportunity to build off a platform. Yeah. Elliot Gamer, I think we might finish with a draw. Don't see Gillingham scoring more goals, but I don't think we'll get 2-1. We'll be all right. Jackson hat-trick incoming, says King Callie. I'd love that, personally.
That's the trouble with praying early, isn't it? There's a lot of the day left to be miserable. So come on, let's just go and do something. Yeah.
And then it's worse if the results come in your favour because you're like, oh, you could, in the one way you're like, we've not lost ground. But in another way, you're like, what could have been?
Yeah.
JC, we'll see how good Cook is. A reaction will show he's making a difference. That's right. We're back at full time where all of you can have your say live. So join us then. Live link in the chat as always. Looking forward to it. But until then, hopefully, I've got the point. Hopefully the points come back with it. We'll see you then.